Alright, welcome back to another video. Before we get into it, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that comes back to the channel and checks out the videos. If you're new to the channel and you like the videos, subscribe to the channel. It really helps to help fund this and future projects. It's a massive help. Also, if you guys want to see some new merch, let me know in the comments. It's been a while since I've done any merch. I haven't got any of these shirts left. These are all gone, but if you want reissues of these or you want new ones, let me know in the comments. So let's dive into the mess. Right, so long story short, yes, the car has been an accident. It's not a clickbait title, it's 100% true. Put it out there, I'm not going to name the person, I'm not going to show a picture of the car or anything like that. All I'm going to say is that we're on really good terms and I have been compensated. So that's all I'm going to say on it. I don't want to dwell on it, I don't want to draw it out, and I don't want to, name and shame anyone. Yeah, that is it. But yes, the car has been in an accident. So let's show you how bad the damage is. So here we go. The most glaringly obvious thing to everyone probably is this dent, bumper damage there, and in various other places. There's a big old split there, and various hairline fractures all the way along the top of the bumper here. Yeah, some other marks here and here. You can see that the rear light is misaligned and this panel is misaligned. So all I'm going to say on the car, it was a classic shape Mini. A good thing is that the car is small and pretty light, kind of minimal damage. The car that hit me itself, the classic Mini, not so good. It's in pretty rough shape. And the reason for that I'll show you later on is because what's hiding underneath this bumper on this car. This here is actually the shape of the headlight. So no paint is damaged there. And obviously I've got to take the bumper off here to see why this is so obviously misaligned. This is all dropped. Probably the legs that bolt into the chassis are probably kinked a little bit, so that's what's pushing this down, especially on that side. What we're gonna do first is have a little look at this rear quarter and see if we can realign some of that metal. So yeah, so you might have seen or heard that popped a little bit. It's not all out completely. The dent was spread and it got that part out. It popped out pretty well. Still got to get this bit out. I've tried a few things, can't get it quite right. I don't want to damage it. I'm not a PDR guy, I don't know PDR. Ideally I don't want to paint this. If I can get away with not painting this, that's amazing. What I think I'm going to do is put in the light and then try and adjust the boot lid next.
The gap was uniform right from the bottom to the top, wasn't it?
So can you push?
You want me to push towards you?
Yeah, just put your weight on it. It's not touching.
No.
That line there, that's tighter now. And that's clearing. Ooh, the fitment of the boot, now that's a lot better. In fact, it might even be better than it was before. A lot of manoeuvring of the actual hinges, a lot of manoeuvring of the latch. Yeah, obviously it's been kind of pushed out of joint. The only thing I can't get out at the moment obviously is that dent, and I've noticed another dent on the other side. It's obviously hard to see in this light, but there is, you can see it, it's right there. You can see there's another dent. Obviously that's where the other headlight hit. This dent is still here. What I've done is obviously just hammer and a piece of wood and hit on these bolts. There's one here and there's one down there. Smacked on those. And now the boot shuts well, because before it was rubbing there. You can see where it was rubbing obviously there as well. So now fortunately none of the lights broke, they're all intact, because finding parts for these cars in the UK is hard. A little bit of history for you. They only ever registered around 260 from new. So only 260 from new. So that's not a lot of cars. And that was in 92. You can imagine there, I think there's only 32 of these on the road at the moment. I don't know how many are sawn. So sawn in the UK means, you know, off the road, officially registered as off the road, but could still be around. So they're not scrapped. But you never know how many are just kicking around in people's garages or in a field. 32 cars road legal currently, mine being one of them. Let's shut the boot. Sounds good? Now, all the lines are as they should be. The lines there and there, the lines are all good. Those shut lines are sorted. Obviously the bumper is hanging off at the moment. I haven't got the other rear light in there, but everything is lining up nicely. Next task is to take the bumper off. So this side, that's where it took a lot of the impact, obviously. This side, not so much. So the bumper, obviously, should sit up there. So that goes back up where it should be. This side doesn't move. The crash bar may be bent ever so slightly on this side. So let's get the bumper off and have a little look, and I'll show you why this car did so much damage to the other car. 1, 2. Right, as you can see, that is the rear crash bar, which is pretty insane. I'm going to be 100% honest here. Now that dent there was already there. I don't know if it's been made worse. It kind of looks like it, but there was always a dent there, but I don't know if it is worse. It could possibly be worse. But in terms of alignment for the bumper, it's looking pretty straight. I heard a noise when I was jacking it up, because so I jack it up from those tow hooks there, which are obviously mounted to the crash bar, which is bolted into the chassis. So I jack it up from there. Obviously that kind of pushed it back into position, which is good. So that's another thing kind of checked off the list. So we've got boot alignment done. We've got bumper alignment is going to be fine. We just need to get the dents fixed. So the worst thing is the bumper. That is pretty toast. Now, if you've been with the channel a long time, you saw that I was going to do a Rocket Bunny style diffuser. So I cut slits in the bumper for the diffuser to kind of like, yeah, fit into. So naturally that's a weak point because I filled them in, fiberglass the back of it. So I feel, you know, that's a natural weak point, and that's what's really kind of like that looks the worst. But basically, yeah, I'll show you. So yeah, it's where I filled and painted it before. It's split all the way down there. Obviously you got a nice big chunk taken out of there. It's split there. Obviously paint taken off there. You can see basically spider cracks all over the bumper. This spat has got some fracture marks in it. Likewise with this one. Yeah, you can see them there. So he's got those fractures in the paint. So annoyingly, I've got to remove the spats, which is going to be a pain, and then obviously repair the bumper. Yeah, fun. I'm pretty much done for the day. So what I'm going to do is leave it there. Next episode is going to be repairing and painting that, hopefully. If not, just repairing it. I'm going to get the PDR guy to come in and fix those dents. So I won't have to paint that, which is amazing, which I'm happy about, but I've still got to get paint because I ran out of paint, so I need to go get more paint. That's a pain because it's about an hour drive away to the place I got it from. So 2-hour round trip to get that. Yeah, and then obviously time, a lot of time. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Wasn't planned, obviously. But yeah, I'll see you guys real soon, and hopefully this will look just like that. Subscribe.
You fools!